Are you thinking about moving to Central Alberta and wondering if it's a good idea or not? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over some key points that I think are going to make you want to start that car and get here as soon as you can. My name is Shalane Walls, and along with my partner Jason Walls, we're with the Walls Real Estate Group and EXP. Besides moving to Central Alberta because of the great people, I have 8 key points that I think I want to talk about that are going to make you, like I said, start that car and get here right away. So if you're new to our channel, I encourage you to stay to the end, like and subscribe, and follow along if you're thinking about moving. We have some great videos out there that talk about some of the topics I'm going to touch on in this video in great depth. Whether you're thinking about moving here before work, whether you're thinking about moving here to retire, whether you have kids or you don't have kids, whether you're thinking of moving for farming, any type of agriculture, we talk about the housing market. But if you are not new here, you already know all this. So let's dive in. Like I said, if you're thinking about moving to Central Alberta, there's many reasons why you should come here, aside from us great friendly people. But let's talk about the economic opportunities. The job market in Central Alberta is so diverse, and it is for ever growing. You will have no shortage of work here in this province, whether you're thinking of going to Northern Alberta, Southern Alberta, or Central Alberta. There is no shortage of jobs, and like I said, diverse. So whether you want to be in healthcare, education, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be on the building side of things, you want to be in oil and gas, the trucking industry, it goes on and on and on. And like I said, in one of our other videos that Jason and I did, we go very into depth in the different types of jobs that are here in Central Alberta. But one of the key things I want to say is that when you are moving here and we're talking about economic opportunities, you can live in small town suburbs such as Innisfail, Rocky Mountain House, Gull Lake, Clive, Elnora, Caroline, Spruceview. The list goes on, and still get to major centers for work without having the hustle and bustle. So for instance, if you want to have a great job working at the hospital, but you don't want to live in the city, for instance, so the Red Deer Hospital, Red Deer is a city of just right around 110,000, but you don't want that, there's many outlying communities that you could live in. Sylvan Lake, Rimbey, Innisfail, Bowden, Olds, and so many more. And around those suburbs, there's hospitals within there. So there's a hospital in Lacombe, there's a hospital in Innisfail. So again, you can just pick your place that you want to live and drive comfortably with a short distance. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is that sometimes our winters are very, very, very harsh, and the highways can get very bad. But the snowplows and the province does a great job at making sure everything is safe and ready to go for those early morning risers. A lot of our professionals within Central Alberta work in Calgary and Edmonton in some of these big centers for specialty jobs, but they commute back and forth because, as I've said in many of my other videos, it's only about an hour and a half drive to each city. So it's a very easy commute. Some people have a driver, some people stay for the week in the bigger centers, and some people come back on the weekends. So it just depends on your lifestyle, depends on what your needs and wants are. But no matter what you want to do for a career, I guarantee you Central Alberta will have it for you. Now, the next thing, which is so important, is the cost of living. We all hear on the news how expensive some of the provinces in Canada are to live, and the housing market. That's all you hear on social media. That's all you hear on the news, how expensive housing is. Well, here in Central Alberta, we're like in this little bubble, and our prices have just started to rise. So we are very, very affordable. If you Google affordability in Central Alberta, you're going to get so many stats that talk to you about grocery costs, utility costs, rent. Maybe you're not ready to buy, you just need to rent. So that's something that you want to think about. But if you are ready to buy, you definitely want to have those stats of what the average price of an average home is. Or maybe you're looking for a condo, or maybe you're wanting to buy a farm, or maybe you want to buy acreage. These are all things that you're going to want to know about. And so if you are thinking of buying, like I said, you can get in touch with Jason or I. We can set you up on a search that's tailored to you, and we can help you with that process. Like I always say, we put in the work and we do the research so you don't have to, so you can keep doing the fun things. Now, not to mention just the housing, everything is cheaper here in Central Alberta. Groceries, gas, utilities, sports, sporting events, concerts. So if those are things that you like, you might want to think about moving to Central Alberta just to save a little extra money or do some more fun things. The quality of your life. Quality of life in Central Alberta, let's face it, it is beautiful. Central Alberta has mountains, skiing, parks, trails, rivers, lakes. If nature is what you are into, there will be no shortage of beautiful places to visit. For instance, we have the beautiful Banff National Park. We have beautiful Jasper National Park. So if you're into skiing and mountains and hiking, you can find something to do every single day without doing the same thing twice. But also, as I talked about in some of our other videos, which you need to go check out, things to do in Central Alberta. I go over in great detail things that you can do in Central Alberta in the different seasons because our seasons are very diverse. And if you keep watching my channel and you subscribe, you'll see that I have a video on what the weather's like in Central Alberta, and I go over all of the seasons for you. So you don't have to be left wondering if you need to wear your shorts or your toque or your rain jacket or if we have snow, which we have all of those, and sometimes we have all of those in one day. The quality of life. The quality of life, aside from Central Alberta's natural beauty, is pretty slow paced and relaxed. Even when you get into those major city centers, it's wild and crazy as far as traffic, and if you're at rush hour or peak times during the week, but after that, it's a really nice pace of life. So in the big cities, if you want to do fine dining, you don't have to be on a wait list for days or weeks. Typically, you can just get in. And in the smaller centers, you're always getting in. You might have to have a small wait. For instance, in Red Deer, if you're trying to get into Earl's on a Friday night at 6 o'clock, you might have a 20-minute wait till somebody finishes up their cocktails and their dinner and pays their tab and gets out of there. But all in all, the pace of life here in Central Alberta is great. People are friendly, people are relaxed. It's just that kind of Central Alberta vibe that we have going on. I can't really explain why it's different from other major centers. Maybe it's just because we are more into farming, agriculture, oil and gas, rodeos. Just when you're outside, it just brings that calming feel to us. But like I said, even in the big cities like Calgary and Edmonton, the hustle and bustle is there, but it's still pretty laid back, and everybody is, of course, very friendly. Number 4, healthcare and education. And I do have two detailed videos on our channel about healthcare and about education. So if you're thinking of moving to Central Alberta and you're in the healthcare industry or education, I really encourage you to go watch those videos because it's going to give you all the information and links that you're going to need to help make your decision easy. Or if you have children that you are bringing with you and they're in education, whether they need private school, public school, Catholic school, post-secondary education, specialty education, Central Alberta has that all. And in my video, I do talk about that in great depth, about how specialized it can be and how tailored to your children it can be, as well as your career. So it's just not a black and white, oh, I'm in healthcare, I work at the hospital, or oh, I'm in education, I'm a teacher. There's many jobs under each umbrella. So please go watch those videos on healthcare and education. You won't be disappointed. Now, you may not be moving here because you work in those industries, but maybe you're moving here because your child needs special care or a loved one needs special care. Red Deer and Central Alberta has so many amazing doctors and facilitators and programs and opportunities and funding for those specialty things, such as PUF funding for education for kids with special needs or disabilities. We have programs for seniors. We have programs for family members that need to be taken care of at home. So again, aside from moving to Central Alberta for your career in education or in healthcare, our programs and our opportunities and the support is endless. And I will be happy to send you all of those links and answer all of your questions for you. But all you got to do is drop a comment below and hit the like button and subscribe and give me your information, because Jason and I get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you with questions who are thinking about moving to Central Alberta. And let's face it, when you're thinking about a big move, there's a flurry of questions, stress, the hamster wheel's going all the time. let us help you. Let us be the liaison for your big move. Let us do the research so you don't have to, so you can spend it with your family, or you can be outside in all of the world's glory. But like I said, please reach out to us. We are always happy to help you. Jason and I and our team of professionals are always here to help you. Another thing that I want to talk about, the key point that I think is the fifth one, is the community and lifestyle. So as I mentioned many times, whatever your lifestyle is, if you love fine dining and fancy shopping and big city, well, Central Alberta has that for you. And again, my videos that I've done in the past talk about that. So if you want to go shopping at Coach or Louis Vuitton, or you want to buy BMW or a Lexus or Ferrari, you can buy all those things right out your back door. You do not have to go to anywhere outside of Central Alberta. Or maybe you want something a little more slow paced. Maybe you want that small town community because maybe you're into rodeos, or maybe you want to do farming, or you're in agriculture. Or maybe you're retired and you want to spend your time at the lake. So you want a lake community. There is a community in Central Alberta for everyone. And all of our communities are pretty close to each other. So within about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, you can be anywhere if something in your day-to-day changes and you want some hustle and bustle, or you want to escape the city and go do some relaxing at the lake, or you want to hit up a rodeo or a carnival, or you want that small town feel, or that big city feel. Whatever you want, I guarantee you, Central Alberta has it, and we are happy to offer it to you. And Jason and I are happy to provide you with all that information. Climate. Okay, that's number 6. I'm not going to talk too much about climate in this video because I have a whole video on what it's like to live here in Central Alberta. But the funny thing is that we can go from plus 15 to plus 35 in a day, and it happens. And if you talk to any person here in agriculture, they will say sometimes farming can be a gamble, but for the most part, being in agriculture here in Central Alberta, the weather's pretty good to us. But we do get plus 35, plus 38. We do get minus 35, minus 38, minus 40, minus 50 with the wind chill. We do have one extreme to the next, but our average temperature in the summer is plus 20 to plus 25, and the average temperature in the winter is about minus 15 to minus 22. So having said that, I know it gets hotter and it gets colder, and if people are from Central Alberta watching this video, you're going to be saying, it gets way hotter, it gets way colder. Yes, of course it does. I'm just saying on an average. In the summer, you can wear your shorts and flip-flops, but bring a light jacket. And in the winter, you can wear a light jacket, or sometimes you need a parka. Where it really gets tricky is sometimes in the spring, where you have to leave the house with your winter jacket on, and when you're coming home from work, you feel like you want your shorts. That's just the way it is. Our falls are so spectacular and so beautiful here that you have those fall evenings where it can be up to that plus 25, 26 and the beautiful colors. So for me, fall is my favorite time of year. It's beautiful, the days are longer, the nights are crisper, so if you want to have that fire in your backyard, it doesn't feel like you're out there in the summer sweating having a fire. You actually get to enjoy it with your cozy blanket and take in all the beauty and smells that fall has to offer here in Central Alberta. Infrastructure and transportation is number 7 on my key points here, and I'll have one more after this. But as you've heard me talk in my videos, Central Alberta is really Central Alberta. We are an hour and a half to major centers like Calgary and Edmonton, and that's 2 international airports. So if traveling is something you have to do a lot, well, then being in Central Alberta, such as Red Deer or our surrounding communities, is really something you want to check into. And I did do some videos as well, so you need to like and subscribe and follow along so you can get all this information. Anyway, and our province takes a lot of pride in our roads, our highways, making sure they're maintained, making sure the snow is removed, making sure signs are updated, making sure if there's wildlife on there, it's cleared off right away. So when I say transportation and infrastructure, we really do pride ourselves on it here in Central Alberta. Now, if you want to live in a small town but you need to get to the big city, we have buses that will take you there. So you don't have to have a car if you don't want to. We have Uber drivers, we have private drivers. There's no shortage of accessibility within Central Alberta to get around Central Alberta. So that is another key point. So maybe you're a senior and you need to get to an appointment, but you don't have a car or a loved one to help you. That's okay. There are services that can help you with that. Or maybe you are a single person and you don't have a reliable vehicle and you need to get somewhere. A ton of services and opportunities to help you get where you need to go. And always with a smiling face, because here in Central Alberta, we are very happy, easygoing, down-to-earth people. Now, my last point in this video, because I don't want to bore you to death, I want to get to the point and keep you watching my videos, is potential growth. So if you're watching the news, you might have heard Danielle Smith say she wants Red Deer to be the next city with 1 million people. Now, come on, that's going to take a long time, but she is expressing the growth. And if you're thinking about moving to Red Deer, you can go onto the City of Red Deer website and see their planning, the future planning that they have put forward. So you can see where future subdivisions are going, you can see where future commercial is going, you can see future highways, roundabouts even. We seem to be the place of roundabouts. So Central Alberta is forever growing. Our little towns are getting to be bigger towns, and our hamlets are becoming small towns. People are moving here from other provinces like BC and Ontario because it's much more affordable. And we welcome you. Come in. We want people to be able to keep their hard-earned dollars in their pocket. And maintaining affordable living is something that we love to pride ourselves on as well. So yes, we want to see growth, but we want to see growth at a sustainable rate. We don't want it to go like this and then crash. We've all seen that before, and nobody wants to be in any more crashes. I think we've all learned our lesson. We enjoyed the high time, never enjoyed the low time. So this is why Central Alberta, we're just kind of like this, coasting along, enjoying life, doing what we love. So whether you're thinking about moving to Central Alberta in 9 days or 90 days, it doesn't matter to Jason and I. We are here to help you and provide you the information that you need to help make your move easier. So if I haven't said enough in this video, please like and subscribe and follow along to our channel. And if you have any ideas of what you'd like us to talk about on our channel, let us know, because we want to help people out just like you make their move to Central Alberta easy. Shalane Walls, Jason Walls, the Walls Real Estate Group.